ball guys, throw the ball guys, catch the ball, and that's really all you need, you know.
And just a final question to wrap it up. What are some of your goals as a senior guy?
I mean, it's my last year. I just want to get out there and leave it all out there, you know. There's not much to it. But, yeah, I mean, I've been working towards this, you know. Why not?
I got to say, too, you probably have the best hair in the county of anyone playing the Alachua County High School football, man. I'm a little jealous. I'm starting to grow it back, but I don't think I'll ever beat that. Coach, just going back to you, final thoughts about your team, anything else you want to mention before you guys head out?
No, I mean, we're excited to play out. Like, we're excited. You know, I mentioned earlier, and I've been talking to the boys a lot about the notion that, like, winners don't have choices. Winners don't have choices. Like, the process is what the process is. If you're going to win, this is what you got to do. I'm proud that they have bought that, and they have figured out what the process looks like to win. Now we just got to go do it. And until we do it, right, like, we ain't done nothing yet. So we got to go out there and get us a couple dubs, and then we might surprise some folks.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all coming out today. Thank you, Coach. Best of luck this season. We're looking forward to seeing how Santa Fe does.
Appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Yep.
2 decades, Miapa has been a staple in Alachua County. Start your day right at Miapa, where fast and affordable authentic cuisine awaits.
We're known for serving the best Cuban coffee.
Our secret is in every sip and every bite, bringing the flavor of our culture straight to your palate. Everyone is welcome at Miapa Latin Cafe. Visit us at one of our locations and let us take you on a journey full of flavor. Miapa Latin Cafe, where every bite is a taste of tradition.
All right, welcome back to the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day, hosted at the Alachua County Sports and Event Center at Celebration Pointe in Gainesville. Today's event is broadcast live on FloridaHSFootball.com, including YouTube and Facebook at FloridaHS Football and X at FLAHS Football. With me now is the Bell Bulldogs under veteran head coach Joey Whittington. I say you're outside of Willie Jackson. I think you might be the first veteran coach I've gotten to speak to today. Being a long-time head coach, just talk about your team this year and some of the things that you've seen maybe are different from past years.
Well, the good news for this year is we only graduated 5 players, so we got to bring back a lot of players. The senior class, 5 of them that are up here with me now, they had a good spring, pretty good summer so far with 7-on-7s and weightlifting, and then with the junior class below them and the upcoming sophomores, they had a really good JV season. Kind of looking to capitalize on that this year and bounce back from the 2-8 season that we had last year.
And let's just go into just talk about some of the guys that you brought with you today, a senior class that you feel comfortable with.
I do. I brought right next to me is Isaac Johnson. He's going to be our quarterback this year and play defensive back for us. Next to him is Jaden Lopez. He's returning at wide receivers, our leading receiver last year, and returning back at that position this year. And he'll also do some special teams returning for us and play some DB. Next to him, number 10 is Cole Rary. He was our leading tackler last year. He's going to run the ball a little bit this year, and then he'll be an anchor on our defense. We'll kind of rotate him around week to week where he's needed. Next, number 11, Elijah Klingerman. He's returning starter at cornerback for us. He'll help us out at corner. He'll help us at wide receiver and in the return game too. He's our probably our most veteran DB coming back and excited for his senior year. And then the last guy on the end there is Elijah Vega. He's a returning offensive guard for us. We had an injury situation last year. We never started the same offensive line twice. So he played some games he played tackle, games he played guard, some games he played center. And this year he gets the opportunity to hopefully we're going to anchor him down at guard and do that for us. He was one of our top D linemen last year, and he's coming back in that position this year. So very excited for the senior class. All of them are returning starters. So they kind of know what it takes. They've been through a rough year, and they've all expressed they don't want to go through that again. So kind of leaning on that to kind of as the team moves forward to start the season.
All right, so starting off with Isaac, just talk about playing quarterback. What are some of your comfort levels? Passer, runner, do it all guy. What do you see yourself in this offense?
I think we'll be a lot more run heavy this year. We're definitely going to rely on the run a lot, as I'm more comfortable with the run.
And you play both ways. You also play defensive back, correct?
Yes, sir.
And does that help you as a quarterback at all, getting to play defense? You know how to play it, and now at quarterback you can kind of see what to look for. Does that help you at all, getting to play both ways?
Honestly, it just makes me more tired. But
we're going to kind of keep him a little bit more fresh this year for offense. But he has that knowledge where he can step in for us. It's good to have some of that knowledge so he can step in and play when needed.
Yeah, gotcha. And let's talk about your receiving core, some of the guys you have, your targets. What are your comfort levels with them, and just the connections that you are continuing to form?
Yeah, we got Jaden, which I've known him my whole life, so there's a connection there. Just playing football in the yard, just like it's there on the field, like you can read each other's minds, and handing the ball off to a young guy like Landon Williams, and he's a pretty strong runner.
And just we'll keep it moving on down the line. Receiver, just talk about your quarterback a little bit and kind of that connection and that relationship.
At receiver, I'm comfortable with him because, like you said, we've known each other forever. I have faith he can really get me the ball, put it in the spot I need to get to, and I just do my job from there.
Yeah, more of a slot guy, outside guy, deep threat, short. Where are you comfortable with receiver?
I'm more of an outside guy.
Gotcha.
I like being outside more with any route.
And talk about this offense a little bit. It's mix of the run, pass. What do you see so far?
We haven't really been always like a very strong passing team, so we've more focused on the run a lot more. But when we have to pass, we get there. We can get the ball there most of the time, but we're focused on the run a lot more.
And receiver in a running heavy offense, you have to block a lot too on the outside. Not a lot of guys like doing that. How much pride do you take in that as an outside guy?
It's not my favorite thing, but at the end of the day, it's my job on the team, so I have to do it.
Gotcha. And then moving on down the line, Cole Rary, a running back and defensive back. Talk about the running back position a little bit in a run-heavy offense. What has that been like, and what do you see with that?
It's definitely tiring going play after play, but it's fun, and I think it helps our team.
And talk about last season a little bit. I know the 2-8 record, and things weren't great. It was a bit of a struggle, and now you guys kind of regrouped this year. A lot of veterans on the team. Just talk about that.
I think we've all known each other. We played since JV, so I think that helps a lot. We've come together more and are helping each other more.
And your head coach is one of the more veteran guys in this area. A lot of transitions around with the head coaching position, but you have one of the more veteran guys. How has Coach Whittington helped this team with all the veterans going in and kind of building this program and going forward?
He's gotten closer with us as a team and stuff, and I think that helps.
And talk about this defense for a little bit too. You talked a lot about the offense, but what do you see from this defense so far?
A lot of returning guys that know what they're doing and have improved since last season.
Gotcha. And moving on down the line, again, another receiver, Elijah Klingerman. Elijah, the same questions. Just talk about your role in the offense. What do you see out of your quarterback and the connection you have there?
My role in the offense, I'm kind of I play Z receiver, so we do a lot of jet motions and motion out to open up the run and stuff. I'm more of a slot kind of guy, so it's just those quick passes and that's pretty much. Yeah. Our offense is obviously we're a run first kind of team, but if the receivers just need to work hard, block a lot, and our time will come to get the ball.
Yeah, gotcha. And also playing defensive back, does that help you a lot as a receiver, kind of getting to knowing how the defense reacts and how they play as you play it? Does that help you as a receiver trying to adjust?
Yes, sir. Just knowing their coverages and kind of recognizing that can help you, know where to break off the route and know just the concepts of, the route stemming and stuff where the defense is going to be weaker. It really helps a lot.
Yeah, and now going back to the defense, talk about your defense for a little bit. What can we expect out of Bell this year?
I think our defense was lackluster last year, to say the least. Dealt with a lot of injuries and stuff. This year, we got a lot of returning guys, like Cole said. I think we have a really good chemistry, a lot of communication on the field, and I think we're looking up this year on defense for sure.
Gotcha. And our final guy on the end there, Elijah Vega, is the only lineman with us today. Elijah, just talk about the offensive line for Bell. We'll start with that group. What have you seen so far this offseason? How has the offseason gone for you guys?
A lot of the linemen have been in there working hard as much as they can. I think that we're going to be pushing people around pretty easily this year. We got a pretty solid line.
And Coach talked about a little bit about how the offensive line had a lot of rotation last year just because of injuries and everything like that. You were pretty much the anchor of that group. Just talk about your role and your leadership role on that offensive line.
I was somebody that people could rely on when they didn't know the play and everything like that. Like if they could ask me questions, what they needed to do. I was it seemed like a different position every week, just about, and I knew everybody's role.
And how does your versatility to play multiple offensive line positions help you, not only as kind of being a veteran on this team and be a leader, but have an impact on the field?
It definitely allows me to know like all the ins and outs of what is needed to be a lineman, just about.
And you play defensive line too, correct? Talk about that role a little bit too. Not only having to be a versatile guy on the offensive line that knows every position, but you also have to go play defense too.
Yeah, it's tough, playing both sides, but when you know it's needed, I'm willing to stand up for it. So.
And where are you more of an offensive line guy? I know you play both, but where are you more comfortable with? Offensive line, defensive line, a specific position?
Me personally, I love being on the D line. I love making plays. I love hearing my name called on the but people speaking.
And being an offensive lineman in a run-heavy offense, what is your strength with that? Have you just the comfort levels there and everything going on with being an offensive lineman in a run-heavy offense?
Well, I love pushing people back. Being in a run-heavy offense, you drive people down the field a lot, and that's one of my favorite things about the run-heavy.
Awesome. And Coach, just before we wrap this up, your 12th year, I believe, coming into Bell. Just from your first year to this year, just how has everything changed, and what have you seen from just not only at Bell, but the high school football in the state of Florida as a whole?
Well, obviously we all know high school football has been changed. Different transfer rules in the state of Florida now with NIL coming through from the FHSAA. It's been a lot of changing, in the 12 years that I've been there. We've been able to address them and handle them as they come through there, but just, kind of seeing the ebbs and flows, whether everybody wants to be run heavy, pass heavy, it kind of goes back and forth, different styles of offense and defense are coming and going. But, I've enjoyed my time at Bell and just being able to, have a good system there, good administration, good teacher support, great community support, and just kind of helps us navigate all the changes as it goes. Anytime you're somewhere for a long time, you got to, like that, you have to have that support from all different levels, and I've definitely experienced that in Bell for us.
And going into this year, what can we expect from Bell? Any final thoughts? Anything that we should look out for?
I'm very excited. Our spring, we didn't do a traditional spring game. We kind of had a inter-squad scrimmage this year, and it was a very physical game against each other, and I enjoyed seeing that. Anytime you do that with us, split up the offensive line. So going back to just practices before the game, offensive line, I felt like they were gelled pretty well. We're a big pull. Our guards pull a lot in our offense, which Vega and Manny Rodriguez get to do a lot for us, and they excel at that. And then we returned Danny Byers and Corbin Abarca at our tackle positions, and I think they were able to open up some holes for Cole, and we have twin brothers that are rising sophomores that are going to also be in the backfield this year, and just very excited to take advantage of that. And like they kind of said, we're a run heavy first, but you got in today's football, you have to be able to throw it. Yeah. And so we have the opportunity, with Isaac at quarterback and Jaden and Elijah at wide receiver, Caleb Stearns, he's here walking around, him a wide receiver, and a couple other guys that fill in for us, Brandon Aguilar, Jordan Spears, and Levi Jacobs. They kind of, I think we'll be able to address what we need to do week in, week out to take care of business this year.
All right, awesome, Coach. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming out, taking the time to talk with me today. Good luck this year. We wish you guys the best luck going forward.
Thank you guys for having us.
Sir.
Elevate your lifestyle with Guestford Elevator and Lifts. Discover the best in residential lifts, wheelchair lifts, and dumbwaiters. We install and repair it all. With over 19 years of experience, we provide new installations, modernizations, upgrades, and maintenance. Call Guestford Elevator and Lifts today at 1-844-LIFT-U or email info@guestfordelevator.com for your free consultation. Guestford Elevator and Lifts, elevating excellence and supporting the Interlachen Rams.
All right, welcome back to the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day, hosted at the Alachua County Sports and Event Center at Celebration Pointe in Gainesville. Today's event is broadcast live on FloridaHSFootball.com, including YouTube and Facebook at Florida HS Football and X at FLA HS Football. Next with me, I have the Interlachen Rams. The Interlachen Rams team segment at the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day is brought to you by Guestford Elevator and Lifts, serving Putnam County and surrounding areas for over 20 years with new installations, maintenance, modernizations, upgrades, residential lifts, and more. Call 1-844-LIFT-U or visit GuestfordElevator.com for more on what Guestford Elevator and Lifts can do for you. I'm Cam Parker. Joining with me now is Eric Gibson, the fourth-year head coach at Interlachen. Let's just go into your team this year. How has the offseason been? You kind of have year 4 is where things kind of start to come together for some guys. That's usually the I guess that point that you want to get to. Just talk about this offseason for you guys and what's been good about it.
The kids are working real hard in the offseason in the weight room, getting better, stronger, faster. So, that's a big part of it. This is year 4 for me, so a lot of these guys have grown through the program with me, been here the whole time. So, obviously we're looking forward to a good year this year.
And talk about this year, with the FHSA kind of changing a lot of, the organization. What do we have to look forward to with the Interlachen Rams and this district play and the schedule coming up?
Yeah, so we're actually in the SSAA.
Okay, gotcha. You switched. I forgot about that.
It's up to like 16 or 17 teams now. So in our division, I think we're going to have a North and a South division. So we look to be competitive. Obviously we had a lot of guys last year, played a lot of younger guys. So this year we got a lot of seniors that are coming back and a lot of younger guys that help us this year that got a lot of playing time last year. So.
And transitioning from the FHSAA to the SSAA.
Mm-hmm.
God, I forgot they changed the name too. It used to be the SSAC or something like that. Does that change anything for your dynamics with your program as far as preparing for that, or is it you keep the same mentality, same message, and you just move forward?
No, it's the same message, same mentality. We're going to play who's on our schedule. It's going to be pretty much the same teams that we're going to play anyway in the FHSAA. We play locally. Keystone, that's one of our rivals. Crescent City, they're still in the FHSAA, so nothing really changes for us much. We're still going to try to be competitive and try to play some good football.
And talk about some of the guys that you brought with you today.
Yeah, I brought our quarterback, Jack Pavlik. He's with us this year. He's a senior. Miles Hoffman, he plays outside linebacker and tight end for us, number 11. Razir Phelps, he's one of our athletes. He plays everywhere. Tailback, receiver, corner, safety, wherever we need him, he's there. Tristan Smith, he's an offensive line guy. He's been with me for 4 years, so he's one of our seniors. And then Anthony Ennis is also an offensive and defensive lineman for us.
Gotcha. So we'll start with your quarterback, Jack Pavlik. Jack, just talk about your journey with Interlachen and now as a senior, some of the things that you want to see this upcoming season.
I just want to see growth, and I want to see the team play as one. When we play as one, we'll be successful. Can't have individuals on the field. We need to play as one.
And talk about this offense. What can we expect from Interlachen? Run heavy, pass heavy. What can you see?
Pass heavy.
Pass heavy?
That's what we like to do.
Yes, sir. And we were talking about some of your receivers. What are some of the connections that you're forming, some of the strong suits that you guys have?
We got a good deep threat receiver, and Razir over here, he's very, very fast. So if we can get him out into space, and he can make something happen.
Gotcha. And with a pass-heavy offense, you have to have a strong offensive line. You have two of them with you today. What do you see out of your offensive line group?
I see them being pretty good this year. We're going to be better than we were last year. That's all I know. I think we're going to have success.
And talk about last year a little bit with some of the struggles of 2-8 record. You guys transitioned to the SSAA. How much does last year motivate you going forward this year?
That motivates me a lot. I had a lackluster year last year. I was hurt for half the season, so I do want to improve a lot this year. So.
Gotcha. And we'll keep it moving down the line. Next up, we have Miles Hoffman. Plays both ways, offense and defense. Let's start with the defense. Talk about Interlachen's defense. What can we expect this year?
Well, mainly we are going to be stronger this year for sure because our defensive guys been in the weight room a lot more, and our defensive coordinator, Coach Jordan, he's helped us out a lot too. Like he's been preparing us, like showing us what we need to prepare for the season.
And it says here that you play outside linebacker and defensive end. Are you more comfortable off the line of scrimmage, closer to the line of scrimmage? Where do you see yourself in the defense?
I like closer to the line.
Gotcha. And outside guy, pass rush, run stopping. Like what is your strong suit?
Probably pass rush, I would say.
Yeah. And talk about the specifics of the Interlachen defense. Who are some of the guys that you were also looking to be leaders on that group?
Definitely Razir. He's a great cornerback for sure. Another defensive lineman, Seth Mosley. He's really good. He's really fast. He's everywhere on the field at all times. And hopefully he can play a little bit more defense this year. He'll help us out a lot too.
And same question I just asked your quarterback as far as what happened last year. How does that motivate you as a senior going into this year?
I think it's time for us to show everybody what we can do. Like last year was kind of like an off-season, not off-season, like a rebuilding season for us. Like now we know what to do. We're stronger now, and we're smarter now too.
And moving on down the line, we'll talk to Razir next. Mentioned on offense, defense, do-it-all type of guy. How does that help this team, your ability to play multiple positions on both the offense and the defense?
I really feel like it's very beneficial. So, because anywhere coach can put me, I know I could do it.
And where are you feel more as like a defensive guy, offensive guy? What are some of your strengths?
I'm more of an offensive guy. I feel like if I can, like Miles said, if I can get into the open field, I can do a little something and try and get some extra yards.
And obviously, coach has to have a lot of trust in you to play multiple positions and kind of do it all. What does that say about your coach's trust in you to be able to do all that and give you the keys to kind of the offense to do many different things?
It really means a lot. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like with me being basically like the main player to rely on, it's really like a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
And talk about the defense for a little bit. You play both ways. You just mentioned that you're a great corner. What you see yourself as a man-to-man guy, a zone guy? What can we expect from the Interlachen defensive backs?
I say man-to-man. I feel like I could really keep up with the receiver, especially with my good speed. I could keep up with him and stay attached to him.
And what do you want to see as far as improvement with the Interlachen defense this year? What can we, what can we look forward to with seeing out of this group?
Probably more. Maybe. I don't know.
Gotcha. All good, old man. We'll keep it moving. Going down to the offensive line. Next up, we have Tristan Smith, 2 seniors with us today. Starting with you. Having a dynamic offense with a guy like that to your right, but also being a senior leader on the offensive line. Just talk about your role. What are your strong suits within this group and your leadership role?
Well, I play center, so I get told that that's like the leader of the offensive line, but I don't feel like it's just me as an individual leading. It's the O-line as a unit working together to protect our quarterback, open holes for the running back.
And what about your offensive line unit? Who are some of the other guys here that we can expect to have big years?
We have 3 returning seniors, or 3 seniors on our O-line, or now it'll be 4, but 3 that are returning to Interlachen, and 1 or 2 young guys that can learn from us.
And then talk about, I guess, having 3 seniors, getting to teach these young guys for the future Interlachen teams. What is your leadership style on the offensive line?
Just teach them how to do their job.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's not much to it. Just block and protect.
And do you like run blocking more or pass blocking more?
I like run blocking just because I feel like it's fun to go out and hit, but pass blocking, I'm fine with that too.
Gotcha. All right, keep it moving. Our final guy on the far left is Anthony Ennis. They mentioned that they want to see you wants to play some defense a little bit too, so we'll talk about the defensive line group. Just talk to us about that. What do we know about the Interlachen defensive line?
Well, our defensive line is great. We have many fast guys on our line. We have, like Jack said, Seth Mosley and Miles as well. He's great on the outside. He can pass rush like no one else. He's great. I like training against him. That's where I usually get my best. But on defensive line, I think my strength can be used and my overall size can be used to that defensive line.
Yeah. Listed at 6'6", 290, one of the taller guys probably in the area. Which position do you play on the offensive line? I know he's locked down center.
I play offensive tackle.
That's what I figured. That I just wanted to make sure. So in a pass-heavy offense, talk about playing tackle. What is that like?
I'm a lot better at pass. That's my favorite. I love pass rush and pass block in general. I just love the technique to it. I love perfecting that. So it's perfect for me.
And your role obviously is pretty important with the pass-heavy offense. How much pride do you take in that role?
Oh, I take a lot of pride. I love owning out to it, being the left tackle of Interlachen Rams. That's just something I love to claim.
And also playing defensive line, does that help you as a tackle, kind of knowing what defensive moves and pass rush moves to expect? Does that help you while trying to protect the outside?
Oh, of course, yes. When I'm going against another D lineman, I can tell if they're, like, whatever type of build they have. If they're skinnier, I can tell they're going to be faster. I know what I have to do. And if they're going to just be big and run straight through me, I know I'm going to have to anchor down and put them in the ground, like usual.
Gotcha, thank you. And so, Coach, back to you, just as we wrap it up. First year in the SSAA, a transition year. Anything else that we should expect out of Interlachen this year and a new year for this program?
Yeah, I mean, this is the 3rd year we've been in the SSAA. Okay. We won the championship the first year we were in it. Last year we had a lot of young guys playing, so it was different. But I think for us, it's just trying to improve, continue to improve, get better. Play one as a unit, like our quarterback was saying. A lot of times last year there was, not everybody was playing on the same page or whatever. Injuries hurt us, but that's going to hurt anybody. Yeah. So I look forward to it. This season should be pretty interesting in the SSAA. There's a lot of good competitive teams in it. So I look forward to it.
Yeah. And again, just the veteran group that you have as a whole, and kind of after a 2-8 year, how does that help you bounce back into going into next year?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, like I said, a lot of kids, younger kids, got a lot of playing time last year. Now that we have a lot of seniors that are going to be stepping in and playing, that have the playing time, I think that's just going to help us out along the way.
Awesome, Coach. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for taking the time to join us. We really appreciate it. Best of luck this season.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Lifestyle with Guestford Elevator and Lifts. Discover the best in residential lifts, wheelchair lifts, and dumbwaiters. We install and repair it all. With over 19 years of experience, we provide new installations, modernizations, upgrades, and maintenance. Call Guestford Elevator and Lifts today at 1-844-LIFT-U or email info@guestfordelevator.com for your free consultation. Guestford Elevator and Lifts, elevating excellence and supporting the Interlachen Rams.
Oh, dear. All right, welcome back to the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day, hosted at the Alachua County Sports and Event Center at Celebration Pointe in Gainesville. Today's event is broadcast live on FloridaHSFootball.com, including YouTube and Facebook at FloridaHSFootball and X at FLAHSFootball. Next up, we have the Oak Hall Eagles. The Oak Hall Eagles team segment at the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day is brought to you by Spurrier's Gridiron Grill at Celebration Pointe. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill bring a winning atmosphere and Gainesville's best field-to-fork dining experience. Just like the HBC, Our dining experience is unbeatable. From the seating options to the menus to the history, every visit is a memorable one. Check out the menu and more at Spurriers.com. So an interesting offseason for Oak Hall. Joined with me is interim head coach Randy Brower. Just talk about this offseason. RJ here steps down. He goes to Union County. You step in as interim head coach. What has this offseason been like for you personally?
Well, I've noticed in 3 weeks I've lost 11 pounds. So the job is pretty, it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were really shocked when RJ left. We had no idea that was coming. We wish him all the best. He wanted some more family time, and after going through the last 3 weeks, I understand that he actually may get more family time now as an assistant coach than the head coach. But it was a shock, but we were very glad that the administration did not do an emergency search. We have 7 great coaches that any of us could have been a head coach. So we're very fortunate to have a great coaching staff, and so it was a easy transition in that sense.
Yeah. And talk about the players with that transition. RJ had been there for a while, and kind of a sudden departure. How have the players kind of united around that and united around you and your coaching staff?
Well, I think because everybody's been there, and I've been there for 5 years, and some of these kids I coach all year long with training programs. So it wasn't as big of a shift as possible as a lot of programs would have been with a coach leaving. So again, but because there's that consistency of all the other coaches, it's been a very smooth transition.
Gotcha. And talk about some of the players that you brought with you today.
Okay, we'll start at the other end there. Taylor Brown, junior, running back this year, and also a linebacker. Briggs Copeland, all-state running back, senior. Daniel Grow, senior, who's did great in track this year in the high jump. Aaron's our young guy on the team here, is a junior. He'll be playing all over the place, many positions. And then lastly, Dakota Brower, who also plays a lot of different positions also.
Gotcha. So we'll start with you, Dakota. Just watching you throughout your time at Oak Hall, playing many different positions. How does that help you in your high school career? And just as a football player as a whole, having that versatility to play multiple positions.
Sorry, what's the question?
Just being able to play all over the field, all over offense, defense, special teams. How does that help you as a leader, as a football player, with this program?
It helps me because playing with each position, I'm with different groups every practice, so I'm kind of involved with each position group, and then so I just spend more time with them, and then from that I suppose lead or whatever.
Yeah, and what is your leadership style as the veteran on this team?
I would say just talking to them, telling them what's best to do, what not to do, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Oak Hall has been a staple of consistency throughout North Central Florida. Just talk about how are you guys able to stay so consistent year in and year out with dominating the SSAA?
It's just we always have we're always a team pretty much. So every time we go out there, we always know what we have to do. We stay consistent and we don't stray away from the game plan. If we follow it, we usually do what we're supposed to do.
And talk about the offense this year going forward with Oak Hall. They're usually pretty high-powered. We expect some of the same stuff. Who are some of the guys that we can look out for?
I think it's going to be some of the same stuff, but also we're kind of putting in a different offense as well. And I think it's going to be a lot more fun to watch and a lot more explosive this year.
Gotcha. Okay, so moving down the line, we have Aaron Akins, a defensive back and receiver. This is, Oak Hall is a smaller school in the area. Talk about playing both ways. What is that like for you?
I've played both ways all my life, so it's nothing new to me. And
going to receiver specifically with Dakota, he's kind of a veteran at his position, very successful at his position. How does that help you as a receiver knowing that you have him in the backfield?
He's a great quarterback and we have a great connection, so it makes it easy for me, and which is our success.
Yeah, and talk about your strengths as a receiver. Are you a deep threat, kind of a short route kind of guy? What are your strengths in the offense?
I can do a little bit of everything. You could put me pretty much in any spot, and I'll make a playmaker. So, yeah.
Gotcha. And this transition obviously was sudden with Coach Fear leaving. Just talk about the transition for you guys as players, how that happened, and how you guys have rallied together with the current staff.
Coach RJ, he has left us in great hands with Coach Brower and the rest of the coaching staff, and we'll just continue to grow and continue to get better during the off season and going into the season.
Gotcha. And you're a younger guy. The rest of the guys up here are seniors. You're the only junior. So you still have a little bit more time in high school. What are some of the things that you want to work on this upcoming season?
Work on leadership, because I'll be a senior next year as well as a captain. So get the young guys comfortable and things like that.
Gotcha. And we'll keep it moving down the line. Next up, we have Daniel Groh, one of the other seniors listed at tight end, safety, and wide receiver. Let's talk about the Oak Hall defense, because we talked about the offense for two guys. What can we expect out of the Eagles defense this year?
We're going to be very fast. To make up for, lack of size, we're very fast. We're a very fast team. We're going to hit hard, obviously. I'm excited to play defense. Yeah.
And where's your comfort on defense? I know you're listed as a strong safety. Do you like playing up a little bit closer to the ball, playing in the back end of the defense? What are your strengths?
I just like playing. I like it all. I like coming up and supporting the run and playing pass as well, looking for a pick.
And as someone who plays both ways, does each kind of help you in a way? For example, as a defensive back, knowing what to expect from receivers, does that help you as a receiver? Or?
Yeah, for sure. It goes both ways. Playing receiver, it helps you play defensive back, because, I know what I'm looking for in a receiver, and the other way around. Playing defensive back helps me at receiver, because I know how to beat them better.
Yeah, gotcha. And again, another senior guy. It's been a staple of consistency again with this Oak Hall program. Just talk about your leadership and how you've helped with that consistency throughout the last few years.
Mm-hmm. I like to focus on the little things. I always tell my guys it's not difficult, it's discipline. Just do the little things right. It's easy.
Gotcha. And we'll keep it moving down the line. Briggs Copeland plays running back. A lot of success in your high school career running the ball. Just talk about your role in the offense this year coming up.
Just making sure every guy knows what they're doing. Like, some younger guys will come up to me and ask what they have to do in that play, and I just help them out. I feel like that's important, communication, and letting everybody know what they have to do.
This seems like a very senior-heavy group for Oak Hall this year. In the past years, it's been kind of guys as younger guys growing older, and now it's all coming together with a big group of seniors. What are your thoughts on that and how that's going to help Oak Hall this year?
Well, we've been together for so long. We have great connections. Me and Dakota, we've been teammates for so long now that even in passing and routes, the timing has to be perfect, and with such great connection to your entire team, it helps a lot.
And it's almost surreal that high school career is coming to an end with the guys that you've been playing with for a while. Just your thoughts on that and how you're handling that.
It's bittersweet. I'm obviously sad that I'm going to be leaving these guys, but the future is so exciting to know what lies ahead, and it's cool to know that we're all going to be successful.
Gotcha. And keep it moving down the line. Our final guy, offense, defense. What's your specialty on this team?
I think I bring a lot to the linebacker position for us. It's one of our medium specialties. Our secondary is really good, so. One of our other linebackers, Bear Woolley, he's really good. And then we have Briggs Copeland coming in sometimes. He brings a lot of talent there. So.
And for a team that does have a lot of guys playing both ways, how do you guys stay fresh to be able to, after you guys have a drive on offense, go back out there on defense and get a stop? What are some of the keys to being able to stay fresh and stay on the field like that?
In practice, we put a lot of work in conditioning, and we have our great coach, Randy Brower, over there helping us with all that. He helps us stay healthy and conditioned and ready for everything to come.
And Oak Hall consistently has deep runs in the playoffs. What are some of the things that you guys are working on this year to make an even deeper run?
Well, we've changed a lot offensively. Well, not a lot, but from our loss of Coach Fear, we've changed some of our play style and all that. And then we just keep working at all what we're doing, stay consistent and ready.
Gotcha. And Coach, we'll go back to you to wrap it up. It's been kind of a whirlwind of an off season for you guys, but I guess just going into this upcoming season, what can we expect from Oak Hall? What are some of the changes and some of the things that are kind of staying the same?
I think the big change that people will see is the team speed. We've had so many guys buy into the system now for over a year to train nothing but speed, because we're not the biggest team. We've never been a very big team, But this year we have probably 7 guys on the field at all time that have track speed.
Gotcha.
And 3 years ago we had 0. So that should be a fun equation to watch with those speed guys running all over the place.
And I asked this already, but a very senior-heavy group for
Yes.
Oak Hall. And these guys have
Yes.
been playing as freshmen, sophomore through the year. Now it feels like it's all kind of coming together on the tail end.
Yes.
How does that help you as a head coach who's thrust into the role at the last minute and help this team?
Well, they know what to do. They just, I mean, we could probably just tell them to give them football, go out and play
Yeah.
football, and they would probably do a pretty good job. But it is a senior-heavy, intelligent kids, very bright guys. So it's going to be fun watching them. And the coaching staff, they may think we have some really good players, but what we really have is a great coaching staff. I mean, we have 3 or 4 guys that probably should be coaching at the next level in a few years. I mean, they are really, really good.
Awesome. Good to hear. Well, I appreciate you guys all coming out, sitting down and talking with me. Coach, best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Definitely keep an eye on Oak Hall and see how everything goes. Wishing you guys all the luck in the world.
Thanks, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Take care.
This is Coach Steve Spurrier, and I want to let you know that by popular demand, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill's delicious brunch is now served in a premium buffet. You have spoken, we have listened, and we're now serving Gainesville's only elevated buffet, complete with an omelet station, ginger sage chicken sausage, shredded short rib, and of course our chicken and waffles. Plus, you can enjoy bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys. So join us every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3 for the best brunch in town.
Hey.
All right, we're back here in Gainesville, Alachua County Athletics and Events Center for the North Central Florida High School Football Media Day. The Union County Tigers are here, and let you know the Union County Tiger team segment is brought to you by Okido America. There are 3 locations in Gainesville and Alachua, serving the community with their award-winning programs, including summer camps, martial arts training, and after-school programs. Visit okidoamerica.com to learn more about all the services that Okido America offers. Thank all of our sponsors today here, and now we welcome in Coach Andrew Thomas and the Union County Tigers. And Coach, good to see you again. Your 5th year now at Union County, and if you want to just look a little bit back on last season before we move on.
Yeah, thank y'all for doing this for us and exposure for all the programs. I appreciate it. It's a cool deal. Yeah, we look back last year. We were a team that got better as the season went along. Had some good games through the regular season. Kind of prepped us for. We were playing our best football when we got into the playoffs, which is what you want to do. Had a big win at Fort White. Wasn't I think underdog going into that. And then had our chance, in Boot Hill. So not many people can go to Madison and win, but just tough enough just to be in the game. But we're up in the 4th quarter on them and just couldn't finish the deal. But that's kind of our thing right now, of getting over that hump. We've been there deep in the playoffs the last 4 years, and just trying to get over that hump and find a way to finish and get to Tallahassee and win one. That's our ultimate goal. But had a good season, and a lot of these guys have played in some big games on Friday nights, and this year's team going to lean a lot on their leadership and trying to kind of nurture and get some of our young kids along as we go. 'Cause, we're not as deep as we've been, but still got a lot of guys with a lot of experience, and a lot is going to be depending on some of the growth and a few of our younger kids and staying healthy. Being small school, a couple injuries can change things in a hurry, but we've been fortunate since I've been there, and I think we do a good job in the weight room and things like that we've been pretty healthy for the most part through the years. So
Is this an experienced group? Do you have seniors as far as it's concerned and returning guys, or do you have some new guys coming in this year as well?
What you see is what you get as far as, we're Union County kids. I don't know if you're referring to any transfers or anything,
no.
But we don't have any.
That's okay.
We are what we are. We're Union County, and we do have some good young players coming along, and some guys. We have some young ones that have played in some big games, and we'll probably on the offensive line is probably our youngest group. We got a couple seniors that are here today that are returning starters, but then we got a group of sophomores that are going to be we're going to be counting on, and then little young in the back end on defense. Gavin's really the only returning starter, but we got some guys that are some good playmakers that are some pretty good players who just don't have a lot of depth. Like I said, I think that'll be a key force of. We're going to have a lot more guys playing both ways than we've had maybe in the past. But our ones, I feel like we can line up with anybody and be able to compete. So I think it's, like I said before, it's staying healthy and growing as the season goes. I think we got a chance to be pretty good in November and December.
Yeah, it's a good point. You mentioned the guys that play both ways, and you have a lot of programs in 1A that do that, but you've had the numbers. Yeah. And I know they're a little bit down, but still you seem to have a little bit higher.
And we try to. My philosophy is always try and build depth in the box. Our O-line, D-line, linebackers, and all that we don't ask to play both ways, or at least start both ways. So we've been able to do that, and this year's a little bit different. We're going to have a few of these guys that are going to be maybe just been dependent on one side of the ball. They're going to have to play a little bit more on both sides. Always kind of had our skill guys to be able to play a little bit both ways, but football, it's a different game out there in space than it is in the box. So, it's tough to play both sides in the box, but it's we're gonna have to play a little bit of that Iron Man style football at times and count on some of those guys to go both ways in there. And like I say, that's probably the biggest difference with us right now. But got a returning quarterback, got some skill kids that are returning. So we still feel good about the squad we got.
Yeah, you mentioned we were talking a little earlier about the schedule. A little different this year, right?
Yeah, got some new faces. Like I said, we got some new faces. Some few schools that last year were like 2A schools, bigger schools, playing some North Florida schools that we normally don't see, like Yulee and Baldwin. We got Keystone, Keystone's a rival that a lot of our guys, that's all they play, it seems like, middle school, and then we haven't had a chance to play them in high school in a few years, so we're kind of getting that rivalry back. And then got Trinity Catholic, like I said, on the schedule that's been played for state championship the past 2 years. And there's a few others. It's good to have Fort White back on the schedule, their local rival, and we got them back on the regular season schedule. So got some good new faces, new teams. I think a lot of games that can give us some challenges, but at the same time feel like that we can win some of those. And we got Chiefland back on their schedule, so they're always a tough out. So it'll be good. We'll get some good tests through the year, and like I said, big key, staying healthy.
Chiefland's sitting right over here. Coach is trying to get our attention earlier, but if you want to go ahead and introduce the guys you have here.
So got with us today Gavin Jenkins, plays DB receiver, that's here, number 3 for us. He right now he's committed to Toledo, so he's had some big time offers the past off season, and really grown as a leader, and he's grown up as a young man, and I'm excited for what he's possibilities for him this year. Two-way guy, been a two-way guy pretty much his whole career. Reese Hendricks, offensive lineman. Reese will rely on him playing a little bit of defensive line too at times, but offensive tackle for us, started last year on the O-line, so had an injury his sophomore year, so be a 2-year starter going in this year. And Maddox Wheeler is starting guard for us, probably the most experience of any of our offensive linemen for us, and a lot of the schemes we do, our guards are big up front as far as kickouts and things like that, and he'll be required to play a little more D-line. He hasn't been a guy that's played a lot of D-line because we haven't needed him to, but I think he'll do great in that role too, so I'm playing a little bit more on both sides. Ashton Newsom is started for us in several different areas last year, playing some our wing running back, and then playing linebacker, plays a little bit of inside and outside backer, so versatile kid, tough, hard-nosed football player, smart on the field, can line up in several different things and do things, just tough, good football player. Anthony Holmes, he's number 99 for us there. He's our starting running back. He's laughing about that. No way. He can run the buck sweep for a big man, but he D-tackle for us, nose, real good between the tackles. Our guys hate going against him in practice as he is. He's tough in A and B. Sometimes he takes up A, B, and C. But good D lineman. He's worked hard this off season, kind of cutting some weight back where he's moving a lot better now too. But he's tough between the tackles, as is the guy next to him there, Connor Breezy. Connor's played in big games for us since he was a freshman. As a freshman, got some reps on varsity, playing a lot in there. So he's got a lot of snaps under him. It will require him to play probably a little bit more offensive line than he's played in the past. But starting defensive tackle for us, like a 3-year starter, pretty much. He's got a good motor on him, plays well. Just kind of consistency from all of them. Always asking to be consistent and play hard. But they're tough guys. But them two on the end, between the tackles, we're pretty good on defense with those guys, and then got some good backers behind them.
All seniors, right?
I always just bring seniors on media day. So okay. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start with, I can't read his name.
Gavin Jenkins.
Gavin, yeah, thank you, Gavin. And what are you looking forward to this senior year? You can use that microphone. You can move that other one too if you want.
I'll just use this right here.
All right. So looking forward to your senior year.
No.
Can't see it. What have you been working on mostly off season to get ready for this year?
Really just my DB skills and wide receiver skills and becoming a better leader. Really working harder in the weight room this year also.
You play, you're DB receiver, so you prefer one or the other, like both at the same time?
I prefer DB.
DB?
Yeah.
Picking off the ball. Yeah, I like playing defense? Okay. What's it going to take for for this team to, get to state and win it? I mean, it's not you're far off, but what's it going to take to get there?
It's going to be a lot of leadership. We can't have too many mistakes this year. We just got to come together as a brotherhood and love one another.
Okay. All right, thanks, Gavin. We're going now to Reese. How you doing, Reese?
Good. How about you?
So how's your off season been?
It's been pretty good. Been working really hard in the weight room and on the field, getting the new plays done, and just grinding, getting all the little things we can fix so we can go far.
Do you play both lines or offensive?
Usually offensive line, but if we need a 4th and goal or a stop, I play defense.
Yeah. He's in some packages with some short yardage stuff, and he's play a little D line in the past. Yeah.
You're a tackle, or where do you?
I'm a left tackle.
You're left tackle, okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you see in this team this year? How you think that this is going to go?
I think we got a lot of people that really want it, and that's really actually going out and trying to get it and doing the best they can with what they got. I think we really trying our hardest, and we're putting in the most work we can.
I was telling Coach, also you might want to get some games at home. Have to go on the road. It's tough, right?
Yes.
I mean, and it's been close games too, but right.
Yes.
Any game you're looking forward to more on the schedule?
Probably Chiefland.
They're the easiest one.
Looking right at them,
Yeah, probably Chiefland. They last on our schedule, and we ain't been able to play them since what happened a couple years ago. So ready to go back and see what we can do with them now.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Reese. Appreciate it.
Sir.
All right. We are now with Maddox. Yes. Well, Maddox, looking forward to the season. You're a senior and being in that senior role.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward as the leader. How about this group? Pretty close knit group.
Yeah.
Seniors too.
Yeah, we've all been playing together for a long time. I mean, we're like a family. We've grown up like brothers.
Do y'all do anything together outside of playing? I had Vanguard tell me earlier they all go fishing.
Yeah, we hang out. I mean, every now and then we just hit the loop. There ain't really much in Lake Butler, if I'm be honest.
Yeah.
With you. Hit up the local McDonald's.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess Stark's not far, right? Yeah. So, is there a game you're looking forward to? A big one?
I mean, probably like Trinity Catholic.
Trinity?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something you play.
It's a big team.
Yeah.
Big school. I like to see how we go against them.
Yeah, they are. They are a big team. Okay, cool. Thank you, Maddox.
Yes, sir.
And that is
Ashton.
Yeah. How you doing, Ashton?
I'm doing good.
So you're running back and linebacker?
A little bit of everything, yes, sir.
Are you kind of the top running back, or are you
wing back?
You're more a wing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you like the defensive side better, right? Or you like offense?
I like either. It don't really matter.
Either one?
Yes, sir.
So what have you been working on this year to get ready for this?
The weight room. Put on about 20 pounds since last year. I think that's going to help a lot.
Do you guys do anything fun during the summer? I know most of you are playing football, it seems like, or 7-on-7s. But anything fun or interesting you done this summer?
I mean, football's been fun. I know that.
Yeah.
That's really all I've done.
That's the answer I get. Everybody's has to play. They play year round, right? That's the way it is. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ashton.
Yes, sir.
Big man down there. Anthony, right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
So your coach said you play running back.
He scored a touchdown. Look, he's in the books.
You got him.
Scored a touchdown.
They put you in. Oh, okay. Who was that against?
Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach. Played them about 3 years ago.
Cocoa Beach. So they have the package like a.
We call it the Moose Suite, not the Buck Suite. It's the Moose Suite.
You call it what?
The Moose Suite.
Yeah, it's the only place for me. I'm the only
it ain't the Buck Suite. It's the Moose Suite.
How big are you listed? Like, you know, how big is your weight listed? Like,
330.
330. Okay, gotcha. How's the off season been for you?
It's been pretty good. Been working, grinding, trying to lose weight, get ready for the regular season.
It's your senior year. I mean, hard to believe it's already your last year there, and that kind of a motivation to get.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. It's our last year, last time to put on for the team.
Yeah. How you like Coach?
I love Coach.
They know I'm feeding them after.
Right, exactly. Oh, you are? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're over there at the. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to.
All right, thanks. Thank you, guys. All right, last we have. Connor. Connor, right? Yeah. You play both lines too?
Yes, sir.
Where's your what offensive line position?
I play right tackle.
Right tackle. Okay. How's your offense going to run? Do you
It's awesome. Okita America is the best.
It's summer camp season, and nobody in Gainesville does summer camp like Okita America.
That's one of the reasons we came here, to make new friends.
Weekly field trips, academic coaching, sports programs, and more. Okita America has classes for all ages. Whether you want full days, half days, or individual days, they're all available for the summer for all ages 5 and up. Drop by either Okita America location on Archer Road or Newberry Road, or find out more at okitaamerica.com.
At Southern Mobile Home Services, serving our customers is what we do best. From steps and decks to skirting and gutters, we've got all your mobile home needs covered. Call us today at 877-490-9308 or at 352-463-3795 for top quality service. Visit us at our 2 great locations in Chiefland and Trenton. Southern Mobile Home Services. Serving our customers is what we do best.